What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another live stream. Appreciate you guys for joining me. I was debating about whether or not to do a live stream. I wanted to do at least one more video before I went to bed. I've been dead all day. I went to bed at probably, I think it was around 7 a.m. this morning, so it was bright as could be outside. And I just felt dead all day long. I stayed up way too late working on videos. Honestly, today I felt like Neil Magny's son after he got a C on his report card. That's the way I woke up today. When I finally woke up, I felt like, look, I brought a report card home, I had a C on it, and I'm Neil Magny's son. That's truly how I felt. I felt absolutely dead today. My body felt sore. My ass felt sore from sitting in this chair for like 10 hours, 12 hours yesterday. But I pumped out one video. I'm going to do a stream for maybe about an hour. I already have my other video completely planned out. I have about 87 videos I want to do, but I have another video planned out for the cuts video. I'm going to record that and I'll release that tomorrow. So I figured I'd jump on stream. I was requested to jump on stream, and I figured maybe you guys wanted to talk some UFC 292. So what's going on? What's going on? The video just got posted, top 3 takeaways from UFC 292. If you care to check that out at all, that's out on the channel right now. I released that 29 minutes ago. I didn't want to jump on stream as soon as I released it, so I waited a little bit. I should have probably just recorded my cuts video immediately afterwards, but then I was like, let me just chill for a few. But yeah, here I am. If you guys were with me for the fight stream last night, I appreciate you. If you watched the post-fight videos, I appreciate you. And if you're here now, I appreciate you guys. So the card went extra late last night. So, saw your new video about the takeaways. Great video. I'll be just very disappointed if we have to see Neil butt scoot again. I agree. I don't ever want to see that again. I don't want to see Neil Magny drag his ass across the canvas. What's going on, Joey? Joey and Derek were out last night. Is that why your ass hurts? No. Joey, to me, you aren't the champion until you defend your belt. The jury's still out on O'Malley, in my opinion. The next fight proves it all to me. Well, we'll see, because his next fight's going to be against Marlon Vera. So, Joe, I rewatched your reaction to Sean beating Aljo, and you were like, it's sugar, not sugar. I was dying. Yeah, dude, Rogan has said that a couple times. Sugar, Sean O'Malley. But it's sugar. But I think probably said it too. But I thought Rogan should know the nickname of the future of the UFC, I guess, supposedly. Why did the UFC post Sugar's KO? Their eggs are completely in the Sean O'Malley basket. The UFC, I think, does worse business-wise than we think. I think the parent company, I'm not super familiar with all the financial disclosures. I think they're doing a lot worse than we think. And I think Dana and the UFC are really hitching their wagon to a star in Sean O'Malley, hoping and praying that he becomes a star. They're already saying, oh, he's already a star, because we talked about this earlier this week. Perception is reality. So if they convince you all that he's a star already, then people believe, oh, well, he's already a star. That's not necessarily true. That's why Dana White acts like Power Slap's already massive. It can't get any bigger. It's so huge. Because people are like, oh, am I missing out? Am I missing out on something? So I think the UFC, Dana White, are really, really desperate to turn someone into a draw and into a star and basically create more stars in the UFC overall, because a lot of these guys, that people call draws aren't actually draws, like Colby Covington. And I think the UFC really could use, right now, to be honest, they don't have any juggernaut stars right now. And what I mean by juggernaut stars, I mean a Ronda Rousey, a Brock Lesnar, or a Conor McGregor. Conor McGregor never fights. Brock Lesnar's gone. Ronda Rousey's gone. GSP's gone. Those were juggernaut stars. George was towards the bottom of that list. They want to turn, and they think that Sean O'Malley could be one of those juggernaut type stars that's selling 1 million pay-per-view buys. So they said, let's take this opportunity of this finish. Let's post it for massive visibility and let's really hitch our wagon to this Sean O'Malley star power, because we really, really want to manifest it, to take words out of Israel Adesanya's mouth. They really want to manifest Sean O'Malley into a star. I don't think he's quite there yet, but I'll tell you right now, that was the first building block to creating Sean O'Malley into a star. That KO, that TKO, I know a lot of people are calling it a KO, it's TKO, of Aljamain Sterling. And I think that's why they ultimately book Marlon Vera for the next title shot, because it's the most manageable fight for O'Malley. But don't be shocked. Don't be shocked if old Marlon Vera pulls some trick out of his hat. Imagine he chops those legs again of O'Malley. Those brittle legs of O'Malley. Don't be surprised. So, we'll see. We'll see what happens next. But the UFC has a full plan that they are enacting. And it's Operation Turn Sean O'Malley into a superstar. Because the UFC, their primary target audience is young males, okay? Sean O'Malley's primary audience, young males, okay? It works, it goes hand in hand. That's why the UFC promotes with the Nelk Boys. That's why the UFC promotes with whoever that girl's name is that's always on the UFC broadcast and stuff. Because these people are like influencers who really target the demographic of, 16 to 25-year-old males, essentially. So the UFC thinks O'Malley can really tap into that market. That's why they posted it, to get maximum visibility for Sean O'Malley. Thoughts on Dern Andrade at UFC 295? Andrade is just collecting checks at this point. I want her cut from the organization. I have no interest in that fight. I feel bad for Aljo. Do you? Yeah, I feel bad for him, but it's his own doing. It's his own doing. Now, it's not his own doing that the fans hate him, but it's his own doing that he's never getting another title shot again. He will never, ever get another title shot ever again. It's his own fault. He should have set it up previously. I'm the most dominant bantamweight champ, blah, blah, blah. I'm the GOAT of the bantamweight. If I were to lose my title, I want an immediate rematch. Not, I'll probably go up. Because now nobody's even talking about that possibility. Nobody is even talking about that possibility, and it's Aljo's own fault. And I talked about it leading into the fight. So if he loses, he really, really screwed himself with the preset narrative of what he already said. Oh, well, it doesn't matter. He's going up anyway. Oh, I'm 99% sure I'm going up. Ain't it crazy that Sean's going to be top 10 pound for pound? Yes. Man, they aren't doing good financial-wise. Pay $12K to fighters and doing dirty tricks and dirty contracts. Yeah. I wish O'Malley went for the Boston Crab. I know. As he's finishing him on the ground, just look for the Boston Crab. That'd be hilarious. Makes sense they posted KO to promote Sugar Sean. Exactly. Imagine a year or two, it's Sean versus Volk. Let me just put it this way. Volkanovski would straight up murder Sean O'Malley. Would straight up murder Sean O'Malley. Badly. Calling it out, Cheeto vs. Sugar 2 goes down as some of the best bantamweight title fights of all time. Perfect stylistic matchup for a 5-round banger. It may be a very good fight, but it just doesn't belong right now. Cheeto just lost to Sandhagen. Over 5 million views on there. That's pretty good. And honestly, even though I think Cheeto's the most favorable matchup of anyone right now who could get a bantamweight title shot, don't be surprised if he wins. If that fight goes long, Cheeto Vera's winning that fight. If that fight goes long. My ear itches. Okay. Joey, if it were to happen, who are you taking in Sean versus Marlon 2? I'm taking Sean. I couldn't stand it when O'Malley kept mentioning fighting Gervonta Davis. Literally no one wants to see that. It's a referendum on the UFC and their pay structure. Sean O'Malley's considered a popular fighter, but he has to chase a payday outside of the sport because the UFC isn't willing to pay him what he's worth. Dana White touting, the biggest gate and the biggest pay-per-view numbers in bantamweight history. Where's Sean O'Malley's cut? Where's Sean O'Malley's cut? And I'm telling you right now, I want somebody to mark this down. Sean O'Malley and the UFC are going to have a falling out. I don't know to what end. Will they eventually come to terms? They're going to have a falling out because Sean O'Malley is kind of bullheaded in knowing his worth and talking about managers and the way they take advantage of guys. He's not going to let the UFC take advantage of him, okay? And he's going to try to get his worth, and it's not going to go over well with Dana in the UFC, but Dana in the UFC might have to cave. How do pay-per-view points work if a challenger wins the belt? Do they get pay-per-view points? No, most likely not, but it's possible that Sean O'Malley was getting pay-per-view points. It's not always guaranteed, but it's possible he does. Joey, how do we explain to non-MMA fans the best bantamweight in the world is a skinny pothead that has pink hair and a 6'9" tattoos? We don't need to. Okay, it scrolled all the way down. Oliveira was getting there after the Gaethje fight. Just to star power, yeah. Sean is the real deal. That he is. Isn't it crazy? This is one of the first times they post a video of the KO main event right afterwards. Yes. Folk off, Joey. I was watching Lessons Learned from 292 and saw the live. You better go back and watch that and finish it when you're done here, my friend. When you're done here. That's a great video. That's a great video, and I need your guys' support. I'm trying to get to 12,000. There's been a lull in action, even with the big fight week. There's been a lull. The disillusion of Aljo is complete. He shall be brushed aside until he proves himself of further use. Dude, he's done for. Thoughts on Michel Pereira versus Marc-Andre Barriault? Marc-Andre Barriault wins that fight, but I haven't seen it announced. Even UFC fighters used to pick on O'Malley. You think guys like Strickland will switch it up and give him respect now? I'm sure. People still pick on him, still give him respect too. Joey, do you believe Zhang was like water in her fight with Lemos? Sure. You will never hear me trash O'Malley again. I will if he does something that needs to be trashed. I saw Aljo Holloway fan matchup. How do you think that one goes? Ew, I don't have no desire to see that at all. So you think him saying I would want a rematch would have made likely then? No, I don't think it would have made it likely, but it would have set that precedent already before the fight. Like, set that narrative rather than, oh, I don't care. I don't want a rematch if I lose. I'm going up 45. Gives the UFC an easy out instead of him trying to press him. Because UFC's never booking that rematch no matter what, I don't think. Who do you think is next for Aljo? I don't know. I think he's screwed. I think they're going to give him the worst possible matchup they can give him. Wouldn't surprise me if we get the Piotr Jan trilogy. That's what I want. Aljamain Sterling, Piotr Jan 3. That's the fight I want right now. When are we going to get Wonderboy video? It's crazy how many people defend him not taking fights. I don't know what I'm going to do. If it's going to be a dedicated Wonderboy video or what. I got like 17 videos right now. I got my cuts video I want to do. I want to do basically the UFC's an embarrassment and talk about title shots. I want to talk about the Ian Garry, Neil Magny situation, which a lot of people are defending Neil Magny somehow. I got to do predictions for UFC Korea. And it's the shittiest card ever with the horrible names to pronounce. And I got to do research for a lot of those people I don't barely remember who fought last. Some of them I may have never seen fight before. But maybe this week, I don't know. Got a lot to do. O'Malley got points almost certainly, but UFC screws most contenders. That they do. I want Andre Ali cut from the organizations for still dating Tony Kelly. Agreed. Joey, are you ready for one bantamweight and welterweight title fight per year? I know. You were right. I remember you saying there are a lot of casuals going to events in person. I saw so many casuals there sitting next to me and heard a lot of weirdos saying the N-word and hard R. I told you, dude. I told you, dude. I told you, Jungle Mania. I told you. Yeah, when I went there, I didn't hear people using the N-word with the hard R, but there was, this is a bit of an exaggeration, but I was with my buddy who is black, and there was almost 3 fights, and every single time it was unprovoked coming at my buddy. Unprovoked. We were just minding our own business, doing absolutely nothing. Unprovoked, weird situations, all 3 times going at my buddy. Casual fans, and it's embarrassment. And that was in New York, so. Corey has the best chance of beating Sean, I think. Yeah, because he has a well-rounded skill set. Pereira and Andre Barriault is official per Big Marcel. Okay, I didn't see it. Zhang versus Yan next is going to be a banger women's MMA fight. I agree. Tony versus Patty. Ew. Zhang versus Yan is the fight. Agreed. Aljo overreached, froze, then chose to headbutt O'Sally fist. Yeah, basically. Aljo versus Ortega. I like that matchup. I think that's a fun matchup, but I don't want. Aljo's not going to 45, dude. He's going to get decimated. He might as well retire. He might as well retire before he goes to 45, to be quite honest. I think not very smart of him. Not very smart of him to go to 45. It's not going to work out good for him at all against anyone. And I've said that for a long time. How does Lemos bounce back from that brutal beating? 21 SS compared to 289 SS, and saying can never pick against Zhang again. You pick Lemos? That's crazy. But she can bounce back. She's still got a decent skill set. and she never quit. I was at UFC Nashville, and now I kind of want O'Malley to KO Corey. I want a future O'Malley versus Umar Nurmagomedov matchup. Early stoppage, eh. Why would Wonder Dude fight if UFC pays him not to? Exactly, so it makes sense not to pay him. If Aljo didn't make a quick turnaround, you think Sugar still sleeps him in round 2? Knowing what I know now, if you could rewind and not give him the quick turnaround, I think it's less likely that Aljo gets KO'd, but I would now have to pick Sean O'Malley. Aljo versus Guida. Ew, stop. Joey, with all due respect, I think it's hypocritical you went after Neil Magny this week, but you once literally Boston crabbed your fiance on the street. Yeah, I also sometimes for fun, I have friends bring over their young children and I Boston crab them when they misbehave as well. Brutally Boston crab them. Tears and everything. Yeah, I'm the equivalent to Neil Magny. I like how nobody even reacted. Did you guys hear me when I started the stream? I said, you know what, guys? I'm going to jump on stream for a little bit. I'm not feeling too great. I'm feeling like a dead body. But this is just, you know, the nature of after a late night pay-per-view like UFC 292. But honestly, my body just hurts all over. I'm feeling like Neil Magny's son after he comes home with a report card with a C on it. So that's how I'm feeling. Nobody even reacted to that in the beginning of the stream. What the hell? Oh, Archie, thank you for the $2 dono. Till is down bad. He bet last 100K on Aljo. Ooh, that's horrible. That's horrible. Absolutely horrible. Thank you for the $2 dono. But yeah, Till's down bad. For sure. Dude, for Singapore card fighters, I didn't even know of I picked Tapology majority. Yeah, I got to do research, and I'm not looking forward to it. Half those guys I don't recognize off the top of my head. Don't get me started on welterweight. I know. Why is Boston so racist? My guess is it's parts that are racist, parts that aren't. You know, you can't generalize the whole thing. But Boston, which is notoriously, go to an MMA event, which is already notorious. You know, it's going to end up that way. Wow, the next superstar of the UFC doesn't even have 10% of Conor McGregor's Instagram followers. Chris Daukaus released. Chris Daukaus, Francis Ngannou, PFL? Anybody? GM3 robbed, Weidman robbed. Absolutely not. Sandhagen versus Merab. No. Thoughts on Jessica Andrade? Ew, she's collecting a check. She's just there for a check. I never, ever, 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 ever want to watch Jessica Andrade fight again. She's there for a check. Dominant champ, Chito Vera will stop Sugar again. Could very well. It may backfire. They're looking at Chito Vera because he's the most manageable title challenger. Chito Vera may finish him. Aljo versus Diego Lopez. Oh my God. Can you imagine? I think Chito's being counted out against Sean. It's the third, fifth. Sean could be in trouble. Agreed 100%. Agreed 100%. I thought Pedro beat Chito. 100% disagree. Feed Aljo to Diego Lopez for featherweight debut. That's petty as hell. Dude, Diego Lopez smashes him probably. But we have to see what Aljo looks like. You have an F in chemistry? Well, shame on you. Shame on you. Neil Magny hurt his leg kicking his son in the ass. That's why Ian had success. The leg was already done. Doesn't surprise me, bro. Doesn't surprise me at all. I want to read you. I want to read you a couple tweets that I tweeted out today. That I literally have to make a video on this. Regarding, I've seen so much in the MMA community just defending Neil Magny, like Ian Garry ruined a performance and blah blah blah. I tweeted out earlier today. Ian Garry beat the dog shit out of a guy who brags about being a child abuser and embarrassed him start to finish at UFC 292. And somehow the MMA community hates him for it. The MMA community will never cease to amaze me how brain dead they are. I also tweeted out, Dana White slaps his wife. Response, he was just defending himself in quotes. Sean Strickland, women shouldn't be able to vote or work. Strickland is so funny in quotes. That's the MMA community saying that. Ian Garry calls out a guy for flexing about abusing his young children. He's so cringe and a wannabe Conor McGregor. The MMA community is sick. It's crazy the level of defense that I've seen. People defending Neil Magny. People defending him. Dude went all out bragging. And the MMA community who loves Sean Strickland, who loves Colby Covington, who loves this, love that. They're like, Ian Garry, how dare you beat up that child abuser? How dare you gloat in his face and give him the finger? Like this is fist fighting. You're really clutching your pearls over people taunting another grown man. Crazy. Joey, did you notice how they did not play Brad Tavares' walkout or post interview? Yes. It was the prelims. They wanted to show Weidman's walkout, and also I think it's because they were running late, so that's why I didn't do the post-fight. Black Sheep was robbed. I disagree. Depends on which cheater shows up. Agreed. What would 95 out of 100 in chemistry be graded in the U.S. and A? We do good work. That is true. A minus. Who wins Garry versus Moraes? I would say Garry for sure. Ian Garry looks for real. I want to see him fighting wrestling dominant fighters like Colby and Kamaru. I agree. 100%. Is there a video of Neil saying this? Yeah, just look it up. Google it. It's at a pre-fight presser interview. Just him. Wonderboy turns down a fighter who had a distant uncle who was a D1 wrestler. I agree. What's Neil Magny clip of what he said? He said something like, I'm paraphrasing it. I'm going to probably do a video on it if I have time, but he said something like, yeah, I'm going to whoop Ian Garry. I'm going to beat him, like that type of beating you give your son or you give your child, a life lesson type beating. And now being a father, I've become accustomed to giving those out. Something like along those lines. I'm paraphrasing, so I encourage you to look up the clip. I might make a video on it. I might not. Should Garry be DQ'd for breaking the plane over the fence? No. In all fairness, Dana threw the first punch, okay? Play any games, brother? If so, PC or console? I have both next-gen consoles, and I have a PC with the 4090, but I haven't had any time to play any games. Free time is spent focusing on the channel. So, Holland versus JDM prediction, Holland. Magny 1 or DQ? No. Yeah, I'm going Holland over JDM. I think JDM's overrated. Pedrowski Tavares prediction. Tavares, 100%. I'm one more stupid Wonderboy headline away from ripping the contract my damn self. Yeah, dude. I agree. What are your thoughts on the Neil Magny comments? I just think it's an embarrassment. Even if that's not exactly what he meant, that's what he said. People are then twisting his words after the fact and pretending, oh, he wasn't talking about like this or that. He literally said, I'm accustomed to giving out these types of beatings. He's got a 3-year-old son. Even if he doesn't do it, I'm ashamed of him for bragging about it. Even if he was lying, I'm ashamed. Imagine lying to look cool, to talk trash at a press conference about beating your 3-year-old son. I think it's an embarrassment. And I'm glad Garry beat him up for it. And I don't think it's the end of the world what Neil Magny said. But Ian Garry picked up on something that Neil Magny said that he did not like, that he did not agree with, and he used it to promote the fight. He used it to get motivation. He used it to generate an actual storyline going into the fight, not something that was super manufactured. And for some reason, people don't like Garry because of that. It makes no sense to me. I might make a video on it. Dana said Wonderboy turned down Ian Garry right after the fight. Yeah, it doesn't surprise me, dude. He saw Garry in the clinch. He saw Ian Garry in the clinch. He said, you know what? I don't want that any way, shape, or form. He said Ian Garry looked awfully strong in that clinch against Neil Magny. And he was hooking the fence and this and that. No way, shape, or form. I'm not taking him. A couple people in the bar, Joey, were clutching their pearls after what Ian did to Neil after he beat the dog shit out of him. And I'm like, what the... Dude, exactly. Even if Neil didn't say what he said. They're literally beating the shit out of each other. What do you care about a middle finger? When Nate Diaz does it, it's so funny and cool. But Ian Garry does it, oh, God forbid it. Oh, he's sticking his middle finger up at him. He's only beat the dog shit out of him and gave him brain damage. I will never clutch my pearls over that ever for anyone. Joe, what's your take on Sean already wanting a boxing fight? It's an embarrassment for the UFC. An absolute embarrassment for the UFC. So, it's sad. I had a tweet about this earlier as well. You guys need to go follow me on Twitter if you don't, at MMA Joey C. I tweeted out, let me go find it. Discussing that any popular fighter in MMA has to chase boxing matches just to get a decent payday. If Sean O'Malley's such a big star, why doesn't the UFC pay him his worth? So, you know? Magny didn't say anything wrong. Okay, Weidman versus Gerald next. 2 wins. Gerald probably. What type of 3-year-old needs a life lesson type beating? Come on now. That's what I have to say. You know, even if he was just saying it and didn't really mean much by it, it's just weird. If Ian calls out Wonderboy, if Ian calls out that Wonderboy is a pussy for ducking fights, he'll literally become my favorite fighter ever. Dude, if Ian Garry starts going on a social media tirade calling Wonderboy a pussy, I'm already almost president of the Ian Garry fan club, okay? I'm going to be a lifelong Ian Garry fan. There's nothing I will enjoy more than the outright slander of Wonderboy into oblivion for ducking fights and being a absolute puss. Hitting a kid, including a toddler, is wrong. Yeah, I agree. Bragging about beating toddlers is ignorant. Exactly. He's rude, okay? Nate is special needs, okay? Every big UFC wants to box. Exactly. Because UFC's not paying him enough. They're like, oh, $8 million gate? Oh, well, that's mainly because of me? Oh, wait, I only got $100,000? What an embarrassment that is. Does Sean or Aljo get the pay-per-view money from this fight? Probably both of them. Sean probably negotiated into his contract, I would guess. Ian Garry would be willing to grapple to get a win over Wonderboy. He's not like Holland. Agreed, 100%. 100%. Joey, are you currently accepting applications for the Ian Garry fan club? Maybe there's some secretary job I can do. All right, Jack, you're part of the Ian Garry fan club too, Jackson. You're welcome, dude. You can be the Ian Garry. You can be the Ian Garry fan club. I'll give you the general. I'll give you a manager position. Maybe you can work your way up to a general manager. I'm the president. You're the manager right now. You're the Ian Garry fan club manager. So, welcome aboard, Jackson. If anybody else wants to join the Ian Garry fan club, feel free to let me know. I'm the president. You can be my vice now. I'm the president. I'm already the president at this point. So if he I guess if he calls out Wonderboy, I'm the president, but I'm basically already the president. Steven saw Ian Garry just opening his hands and he winced. Yeah, he saw him hook that fence. Beating Magny is not a major accomplishment. Nobody said it was. What do you think of the kid, Michael Morales? Ian Garry wanted him to ball back. Ian Garry would smoke him, I think. Can you be my vice president? I don't know about that. You have to earn that. I want nothing but positive remarks about Ian Garry every chat from now on. Why does it say the video is private? It's not. It's public. I'm looking. 90 people are in here right now. Like the stream, guys. Like the stream. I would greatly appreciate it. Everyone run up the likes on the stream. Run up the likes on the stream. Double check and make sure you're subscribed to the channel. Help me get to 12,000 subscribers. I would really appreciate it. We're about 600 away. A little over 600 away. So if you guys would subscribe to the channel, double check. Make sure you may not be subscribed, but you still get recommendations. If you could go subscribe right now, I'd appreciate it. But run up the likes too. I don't know why it says video's private. What fights are you excited for with this next card? There are a few fights way more interesting than the main. It's a garbage card, honestly. But Giga Chikadze. I hate this card, to be honest. I hate that I have to do predictions. Giga Chikadze, Alex Caceres, Aaron Blanchfield versus Talia Santos. Best fights on the card. If I was joking about hitting my kids and people took me seriously, the first thing I would do would be like, hey, chill, I'm just joking. It's trash talk. Exactly. Your tears rage from last night was something to behold. I was actually rooting for Sean O'Malley, so you missed out on that, Marcin Prachnio. The only thing I'm annoyed about is Dana's just got a hard on for Sean O'Malley. Other than that, I wanted Sean O'Malley to beat Aljo, so it's on video. There's video proof of that. So say what you want, but I'm glad you got enjoyment. What do you think of that kid? Okay, I already read that. To join the Ian Garry fan club, first subscribe to MMA Joey, then like the stream. Exactly. Yeah, you have to be subscribed to the channel. Joey, thoughts on Aljo leaving the division and retiring to let Merab chase the title? I don't think he's going to. I think he's going to try to stay at bantamweight now. Only makes sense. Joey's about to claim his Irish title after he gets back to Shillelagh next and an Irish flag in the background. Proper 12 Irish whiskey, yeah. Colby or Leon? Leon. Brad looks solid out there. Nice seeing him still competing. What do you think the percentage chance Weidman will quit? 0. I think he at least fights one more time. Joey, how's it going tonight? It's going well, my friend. It's going well. Just released a video. Now I'm jumped in on stream. Video's doing pretty good. Pretty good. I hope you guys all go check it out after the stream. It's only been out for about a little over a half hour. It's been over almost an hour now, actually. Not over, but almost. It's got about 500 views, which is decent for the channel. Not great, not terrible. So if you guys would all go check it out after the stream, I would appreciate it. If you have any questions, throw them in the chat. Who should Jan fight next? I want Aljamain Sterling versus Petr Yan 3. That's the fight I want. I'm not liking you hurt my feelings by being mean to Wonderboy. Well, you know what? Fuck your feelings. Infuriating soft betas is fun. Okay, I don't know what that means, but all right. Who should already read that? Joey thinks spanking child abuse. That's not what Neil Magny said, bro. So Neil Magny was planning on going out there and spanking Ian Garry. Okay. Just for being a puss and misrepresenting my argument. Goodbye. Joey's capping right now. What did I say that was cap? 11 out of 12 last night. I went 10 out of 12. I went 10 out of 12. Hubbard let me down. Hubbard and Aljo let me down. I'm so glad I got Hubbard wrong. Because if O'Malley would have spoiled my clean sweep, I'd have been fucking heated. Thoughts on the tough finale? They were both good fights. But at the end of the day, none of those guys should be in the UFC. At least not the old UFC. So maybe I'm being a little bit over dramatic, but yeah. No, don't want to see Jan Sterling 3. I think that's the most compelling fight they can make right now. Petr Yan versus Aljo 3 is a high risk, low reward for both fighters. It's a great fight, though. They're basically 1-1. I don't care what anyone says. They're basically 1-1. Was watching your video before I joined the stream. I agree with your take on Weidman. No spoilers. Appreciate you. Tap percentage went to 60%. Let's see where I'm at on my tap percentage right now. Overall. My picks. I'm at 62% right now. I've got 414 right, 256 wrong. Let's see by year. For this year, I'm 63%. Damn, that sucks. I want a 70% pick rate. Also, I think it was a pretty good move for Ian Garry to bring Gilbert Burns into the weigh-in, who Magny lost to. Yeah, that was great. People who watch Tough still picked Hubbard. I don't get it. Hullabaloo boxing was so crisp. I saw that. I thought Hubbard would be able to grapple him, which he was, but he just wasn't able to do any damage with it. He just wasn't able to do any significant damage with it. I'm so annoyed Limoges got a shot before Jan. It should have been Jan in there. Limoges didn't even deserve the shot. I know what you mean. She got dominated. How is Andrade even being allowed to fight for the 5th time this year? She's just collecting checks, bro, and it's annoying. She's just collecting checks. Tap percentage went to 60, and I'm $75 richer. Shout out to Jack for winning the Tapology competition. He went 11 for 12. The only pick he got wrong was Aljamain Sterling. So everyone give a congratulations to Jack in the chat. 11 for 12. The Tapology champ. Will decided not to show up. Will decided to stay home. And Jack's $75 richer. People, okay, already read that. What was your reaction to the moment when Limoges had the choke in? I was like, oh shit, I thought she might get it for a second. I have timestamps on my stream if you want to go find it. So it'll be like, what, 4 minutes after the fight starts where the timestamp is? Joey, can you explain to me how the Korean Zombie got a title bout against Volk a few years back? It was supposed to be Max Holloway trilogy. Max Holloway said he was injured. They decided to give it to Korean Zombie because there was no one else available. Does Tapology have a list of all-time best fight pickers of all time? I don't know. I would love to be able to figure that out. Let's see. Go to Tapology. Let's go to rankings. Rankings is just fight rankings. I don't know. I would love to know most UFC picks. Like, who got most UFC picks right of all time. Yeah, I don't see anywhere. Let's go to my picks. Home, no. My rankings, maybe? No. Oh, you can make your own rankings for the sport, I guess. If someone knows how to look it up, I would love to know. It's got to be somewhere here. Maybe you can go to my picks. No, it's only groups. I want to see other people's picks. Yeah, I don't see anything. I don't see anything at all. Is it too late for either Ryan Spann or Smith to pull out most pointless rematch ever? Yeah, I have no desire to see that fight. Neil Magny looked pathetic on the ground last night. He embarrassed himself in more ways than one. It was red pants night for Jack last night. That it was. Betas who get triggered over satire deserve to be teased unless it confuses slow folks. What are you talking about? I don't understand why Alger didn't wrestle more. Couldn't close the distance. Eventually got clipped. They do have a ranking for that, but not strictly UFC. Okay. Yeah, because there's probably other organizations where easy guess. Easy guessing. 83% are picking Blanchfield. That's kind of surprising. That is a tough fight to pick. That is a really tough fight to pick. So, did you make that meme on Instagram? I'm trying to think what you're talking about. Let me take a look. Oh, no, I didn't. I saw that online. I thought it was pretty funny. I hope you guys like. I posted a video of me talking about O'Malley on Instagram. I thought it was pretty funny. But no, I didn't make that. I saw it. I saw it. I'm 100% on the Blanchfield train. Me too. Anthony Smith said he zigged when he should have zagged against man. Okay. What's up, Chase? When was the last time a fighter had no respect for their opponents like Ian Garry? Last one I remember, Poirier McGregor 3. Coincidence? Maybe not. Dude murked him badly. Absolutely murked him badly. Blanchfield was really good, but assuming she is a big favorite because of recency bias. Probably. Yeah, Santos can definitely win that fight. But I'm picking Blanchfield most likely. The Dana White meme with the O'Malley hair. Yep. Let me see what else this was on here. Let me take a look. Oh, I see. Oh, I see. You got you liked it. You liked it, my friend. Liked the video. Thank you, Jackson, for liking the video. Let me see how that video is doing now. If it's doing all right. Let's see where it's at. It's doing all right. Aaron is more well-rounded than Santos. I agree. Lafayette, Louisiana, stand up. Your boy Dustin Poirier gets it done in incredible fashion. I think in the fight, Anthony Smith turns into Dom Reyes. It's very possible. Zombie needs retirement if he wins. He needs retirement no matter what. Dude, Anthony Smith may very well turn into Dominic Reyes. He may very well turn into Dominic Reyes. He may very well. I went 10 for 12 last night and still came in like 5th place. Talk about an absolute shitstorm. Lafayette, Louisiana, stand up. Blanchfield's a negative 150 favorite, not too much. Fair enough. Sanders didn't finish Molly McCann, but had a close fight with Valentina. Valentina's just shit. It's hard to believe Valentina may be we may be rid of Valentina as a champion if she loses to Grasso again. Who wins, Tafa or Parker Porter? Probably Parker Porter. I can confidently say Sean beats Sandhagen, Cheeto, and Jan in the rematch. I don't think he beats Jan. I would pick Jan over him. But I would probably pick Sean over... I'm definitely picking him over Cheeto. Sandhagen would be close. Joey, you're attacking my family. Grasso wins, I think, by decision. We'll see. We'll see. That's right around the corner, boys. So let's see. Let's actually take a look. So we got dumbass UFC Korea. Or Singapore. Then we got dumbass UFC Paris, which isn't a bad card, actually. I'm shitting on it, but it ain't that bad. It's not great, but it's not bad. Ooh, it's kind of ugly. It's actually really ugly. Ooh. Then we got 293, which is ugly as dog shit. 293 is the most dog shit, ugly card I've ever seen. So that's next week, following week. So we got 2 weeks to fight. Boom, we're right back into a pay-per-view. Then we got Grasso versus Shevchenko. Then we got Fiziev versus Gamrot. Then we got We don't know who's the main event yet. Don't know who's the main event. And then we got 294. 294 is right around the corner. I am hyped for 294. I am hyped for 294. What's up, Joey? I'm not a fan of UFC burying Aaron on next week's card. I know it should be a co-main. Should be a co-main. Honestly, I think Aaron Blanchfield versus Talia Santos is the best fight on the card. UFC promotional malpractice. Funny enough, I think Cheeto has the best chance. He's immortal and can't be damaged. Sandhagen is hurtable and not powerful at all. Sandhagen's not powerful. His kicks aren't powerful. But yeah, I think Cheeto can win. All these upsets have me behind hype for 294. UFC 293 is pretty good. Well, then you're smoking crack. Want many eyes on it? Yeah, and it shouldn't even be on that card. 4 o'clock in the morning, right? I can get up to do a stream, no problem. I'm gonna watch it, but I don't feel like anyone's gonna join me. Comes on at a main card comes on at 8. Prelims come on at 5 a.m. Eastern time. Chidi Njokuani is on the card. Song Kanan versus Orlando Bedoya. Sungwoo Choi versus Jarno Aarons. Liang Na versus JJ Aldridge. Billy Goff versus Yusaku Kinoshita. Horrible names to pronounce. Toshimi Kazama versus Garrett Armfield. Geez, talk about a landmine of mispronunciations. Fernie Garcia versus Rinya Nakamura. Not that bad. So if I can get through like 1, 2, 3 really bad pronunciations that are going to be difficult. Aaron Talia should main event of Holly Holm. Yeah, I don't understand. I don't understand why it's not featured prominently on a card. It should be. September 16th co-main event. The Grasso versus Shevchenko card. It should be. Saint Denis is on that Paris card at least. Yes. So your favorite fighter being William Gomez. Give us an early prediction for his next fight. I have no idea. I don't know why you said that's my favorite fighter. Joey, predictions for these matchups. Sean versus Jan. Umar versus Sean. Probably have to go Sean. Umar versus Aljo. Umar. Sandhagen versus Sean. Umar versus Pedro. Umar. Just how good is Chris Montigno? I can't believe Chris Montigno did better than Aljamain Sterling. I cannot believe that Chris Montigno did better than Aljamain Sterling. Haters going to be coming after Joey after those pronunciations. Yeah. Can you predict Sandhagen versus O'Malley? I'm going O'Malley decision. That's what I'm going to go with. I don't know, though. Joey, make a key for names like tomato equals ex-Korean fighter. Okay. Chris Montigno's only loss is to a champion in the UFC. I don't think that's his only loss. No, you need to sleep until the main card. Actually, Toshimi Kazama versus Garrett Armfield is the best fight. Okay. All right. Rose versus Fior. Ew. Yeah, that's a horrible matchup for Rose. Rose is about to get destroyed. Joey, I couldn't wait to see your reaction when O'Malley had Aljo beat on the ground. Good times. What's your name? What was your name before you changed your name? Sniper Shugaster. 294. I'm hyped. I am hyped for 294 as well. Chris Montigno is more of a GOAT status, a bantamweight champion than Aljo. Yeah. Blanchfield Santos could have been at 292, but Talia had visa issues. Ew. Chris Montigno versus Aljo. Imagine that, dude. Montigno would get wrecked. Now that Rosas Jr. has been exposed, do you think Guido Canetti beats him? It's possible. Can't wait to see Parker Porter this weekend. I'm with you, my friend. I'm with you. I can't believe Chris Montigno. Dude just took a beating. An absolute beatdown Chris Montigno took. Sean O'Malley was just lighting him up. Dude, people keep saying Cheeto's the only guy available. No, Marab can fight at the end of this year. He's already said that. They're just making excuses. So, let's see if I got any. Hold on 1 second. Let's see. Dude, why are so many people always leaving the craziest shit? Anyway, moving on. Moving on up the chat. Thanks from the heavens for Derek's hairline. Saved me from landing in last place. I didn't even look who was in last place. Can I still look at that right now? Is there a way to look at that? I didn't look at the full Tapology. How do I do that? Let's go to members. Group events. Complete it, maybe. Let's go UFC 292. Where's it at? Where's it at? Where's it at? Oh, here we go. I found it. Derek's hairline dead last with 5 right. Dead last with 5 right. I got 10th place on Tapology and I got 10 out of 12. Damn it. Derek's hairline. Dude, Derek took Sterling, Zhang, Magny, Blackshear, Munoz, Tavares, Tululin, Hubbard, Gibson, Petrosky, Silva. So we got 2 Silvas right and Petrosky, Tavares, and that's it. You got 4 picks right? You got 5 picks right, apparently. Fight Life got 7. 7 ain't that bad out of 12, but I got done dirty. I got did in by damn O'Malley. Damn you, O'Malley, to hell. How long do you think O'Malley will be champ for? 3 fights, maybe 2-3 title defenses. I don't think it'll be a long reign, but I don't think he's gonna lose on his first title defense. But maybe we'll see. I think it could be relatively short. It could be really fast. You never know. Sounds like my Friday night. Dude had jokes for me when I said Manon is going to be out there and put out Rose cold. I'm glad to see Joey sees what I see. Yeah, dude, that's a horrible matchup for Rose. Why would Rose move up when she had success against Weili? I don't know. Brain dead. Joe, you need to predict soon-to-be dead bodies, a.k.a. dead corpse. Chris Weidman's one. He's already there pretty much. Chris Dawkins is. I already knew that was coming. Rose is soon going to be a dead corpse, I think. Does Aljo have a bad chin? No. Bro, I'm looking at the rules right now. Ian broke the plane in the cage, and it's a DQ. Call a spade a spade. Okay. Didn't affect the fight, really, though. They were clinched up for, like, what, 30 seconds? Did no damage in the clinch. So, why would Rose move up? She's an idiot. I already read that. Do you think Gane will beat Spivak? Absolutely not. I think Spivak mauls him. You have Gane with absolutely no grappling at all. See Marab getting caught with something, man. I would pick Sean. Fair enough. Can't wait for 294. Islam Makhachev versus Charles Oliveira and Hamzat Chimaev versus Paulo Costa. Deja clown for smelling like that. But agreed. Benoit Saint Denis versus Thiago Moises should be good in Paris. Benoit Saint Denis is a savage. Video idea: the 10 coldest corpses in the UFC. I might have to do that, dude. I just don't have any time. I got like 17 video ideas right now. It's annoying, but that's a good video. Marab's recovered. Marab's ready to go. Marab's training. So he could easily fight in 4 months. So that's a... People just keep spitting that out. It's a dumb narrative. 5 right. Ouch. Yes. I feel like most casuals don't realize how crazy O'Malley by KO was. Agreed. My favorite part was going to 292 was able to shit talk Tony Kelly. I tried so hard to yell loud enough to be able to hear on the broadcast. When I went to the UFC... When I went to UFC 244 and I went to the presser, my buddy was yelling to Colby, suck my dick. And he was yelling really loud at the most quiet moments. And I went back and I had to listen very closely. I could hear it on the UFC broadcast. I remember looking for that. I spent like an hour listening to it really close to my ear. And I could hear it. And I remember sending the clip to him. Like, dude, it's mad funny. Did you see Ian Garry saying he carries this event? He's got a cheer. He got a cheer that was mid. I think he meant in Europe, but yes, dude, he's just You have to realize in the UFC, a lot of these guys pretend they're stars, and they're basically faking it until they make it, essentially. That's essentially what they're doing. Same with O'Malley. The UFC does it. Same with Power Slap. It's annoying, but I agree. Why would they give Merab a title shot after refusing to fight Aljo? When was he offered Aljo? When was he ever offered Aljo? Let me know. Fill me in. He refused to fight Aljo. When was he offered Aljo? Henry Cejudo was given the title shot, then O'Malley was given the title shot. Merab beat Piotr Jan in, what, March? And 2 months later, O'Malley was booked for... He was already... So he fought Jan in March to earn the title shot. October, Sean O'Malley already earned a shot, according to the UFC. So when did Merab turn down a fight? Fill me in. Fill me in. I think Petrosky, Natalia was easiest parlay on the card. I ended up taking Vera Sugar plus 400. Fair enough? O'Malley versus Vera only makes sense if it's soon. Yeah, but they're talking about December. It's 4 months away. Merab can easily make that. I don't think O'Malley will fight Umar, Cejudo, Corey, Merab, or Aljo rematch. He will handpick every opponent. I agree. I think he'll handpick, then he'll say, I'm going to box. I don't think Rose is having a tough weight cut. I think it's the stupidest decision ever, and she'll probably get finished by Manon Fior, and she'll probably retire. I want to see O'Malley KO Henry Cejudo and Cejudo not get paid. Dude, I'd be rooting for Sean O'Malley so badly against Cejudo. Is unlikability the best base for MMA stardom? O'Malley, Garry, potentially Jones? I guess so. When I went to 241, I'll never forget the entire Honda Center chanting F you Colby in unison, including me. It was beautiful. There you go. A great moment. Vera should get the shot? No. I'm mad that Merab didn't push for a title shot immediately after beating number 3 Aldo and not calling for it immediately after beating Jan. Yeah. If he should be pushing for it right now. He should be saying, I want O'Malley in December. He's a bitch. I'll take his jacket again. I'm going to avenge my buddy. That's a good backstory. Sugar would KO Merab. The better fight is Vera. No. No. It's not the better fight. It was rumored, but wasn't Merab supposed to fight Henry at 292? It was rumored, yes. Watch Dana promote the frick out of O'Malley versus Javante Davis when he called him Ngannou Fury a gimmick. Wouldn't surprise me. Would not surprise me. Merab was offered Umar after his win against Jan. UFC disrespected Merab. Fair enough. I think UFC stars are annoying because they try to follow the McGregor blueprint, but they lack charisma. I agree that happens. Why do you hate O'Malley? I don't hate O'Malley. I was rooting for him against Aljo. Who wins Merab versus Henry? Merab. I don't know. Henry probably wins, honestly. Nobody cared about Merab like that? Okay. Merab the Avenger? Okay. I think that's a great storyline. Is anyone not interested in that storyline? O'Malley, Merab coming back to avenge his best friend? Merab can't take that shot from Sean. Moraes took like 70% of his chin and hasn't been able to hit clean since. But I think he's chinnier than most people think. I want to see Merab try to close the distance on O'Malley. That's what I want to see. I want to see Merab try to close the distance on O'Malley. And I'm telling you, if O'Malley doesn't get Merab out of there, dude, 3rd, 4th round, Merab's going to find a finish. I'll tell you that right now. 100%. Dude, if O'Malley would have called out Merab, that would have been the coolest call out ever. That would have been one of the coolest call outs ever. I would respect him so much for that call out. Merab dust O'Malley. Merab is just a different beast. He had better takedowns than Aljo, and he spams the same takedown. I just think the cardio is the big factor. I'd rather see Merab O'Malley than Aljo O'Malley too. Agreed. Let's do a poll real quick. I haven't done a poll in a while. Which fight would you rather see? O'Malley versus Cheeto 2. O'Malley versus Merab. Boom. No way Dana gives Aljo a rematch. Aljo will never fight for a title again. Sean doesn't want that fight even if he can win it. I agree. That's what I don't like about it as well. He's basically ducking Merab. The Merab fight makes the most sense. Cheetah's story is more appealing to the general audience than Merab. Most people don't know who trains who with who. Yeah, most people don't know who Cheetah Vera is either. They don't even know the backstory there. Aljo should fight Sandhagen again. That'd be interesting. Heard when Sugar Sean TK'd Aljo, you sharded and took the flight in the chair. Yeah, definitely. you guys want O'Malley Cheeto too? Vote for Merab. Vote for Merab. Vote for Merab. I want O'Malley Merab. I think it's the more compelling fight. I think it's the more compelling fight, and I think he's deserving #1 contender, and I like the backstory of it. And I think O'Malley can win that fight. It's not like I think he's going to lose. So, everyone go vote. Everyone go vote right this very second. Right this very second. Seems like most people just want O'Malley to get the Cheeto fight. Cheeto literally just got dominated literally one fight ago. Cheeto got dominated one fight ago, and arguably you can make the argument he lost to Munoz, even though I thought he won. Having a close fight with Munoz, lost to Sandhagen, got dominated, but yet that's the fight you guys want to say makes 0 sense. That's the fight that's going to get made, though, I think. Merab can fight by December. A bunch of casuals wrote in 60% for the Cheeto fight. Cheeto literally just got dominated. The Cheeto stories are a really dumbed down version of Izzy versus Pereira and how the UFC can sell it. It's a great backstory, but let Marlon Vera string together a couple wins first. It makes no sense right now. Cheeto wasn't that impressive against Munoz? Exactly. If Cheeto went out there and put on a world-class beating against Munoz, then we could talk about it. You hate Sean, I watched the reaction. No, I dislike the UFC. I dislike the UFC's treatment of Aljo and them sabotaging him. That's why I was annoyed. Go back and watch my videos right after 288. I said I'm rooting for Sean O'Malley. I want him to beat Aljamain Sterling. I don't hate Sean O'Malley at all. I dislike the UFC showing him Dana White privilege, and I dislike his cult-like following that he has that just dick ride him left and right. Do not hate Sean. Never hated Sean. People, for some reason, think that. I've defended it for a while. But, yeah, I had an annoyed reaction because I didn't like the UFC got their way, because they sabotaged Aljamain Sterling. They wanted him to lose, and that's why my reaction was the way it was. I talked about it in the minutes after that, but I'm glad you watched the reaction. Thank you. Man, I do not care about the name value of pay-per-view sales or storylines. Merab is objectively a more interesting fight than Cheeto. Cheeto's overrated. Agreed 100%. Joey, the fight watch-alongs make you my 4th commentator pretty much. Appreciate you, man. Glad you enjoy it. Glad you enjoy it. Cheeto versus O'Malley is a funner fight. Ew, for who? It's not as interesting. Why don't you want to see the best versus the best? Go watch WWE then. Go watch WWE. You want to watch fake fights? You want to watch fake fights? So Cheeto versus Yudong. Also, I'd like to see Yan versus Yudong. I guess so. I don't know. Cheeto versus Yudong 2 would be very interesting. That's a rematch I've wanted to see. I'm pissed we didn't get Yudong versus Rob Font. I'm pissed we didn't get Yudong versus Rob Font, but now it doesn't make sense anymore. I want to see Sean get his revenge on Vera. I want to see O'Malley prove that Vera was 100% fluke. That doesn't make any sense. Literally doesn't make any sense. Even if Sean O'Malley wins, it wasn't a fluke. You're talking about 3 years difference. That's like, oh, let's say Paddy Pimblett. Let's say if Tony Ferguson beat Paddy Pimblett 4 years ago, and then Paddy Pimblett beat Tony now, that would be like saying it's a fluke. It doesn't make any sense. Doesn't make any sense. You know what I mean? It'd be like if I beat Michael Jordan when he was 11 years old, and then him turning into what he is today, and then saying that, oh, he didn't get better. You know what I'm saying? If that makes sense. I hope I explained that right, because it didn't come out the right way. They evolved. They got a lot better is what I'm trying to say. What Sean and Cheeto already fought, what happened when they did? When they initially fought, Marlon Vera absolutely wrecked him badly. It was utter domination. Brutally chopped his legs, shucked him to the ground, and then flash KO'd him, I believe, twice with brutal ground and pound elbows. And then Sean O'Malley was stretchered out of the cage with no serious injuries. It was nasty. It was filthy. O'Malley literally had a leg that got kicked a few times. He got stretchered out of the cage. It looked a lot like this emoji right here. It looked a lot like this emoji right here. It was nasty, dude. The first fight, if you missed it back in 2020, whew, Marlon Vera just wrecked him. Even if O'Malley beats him in 2023, it does not mean that fight was a fluke. Okay? Does not mean that fight was a fluke. Is Usman's fight a fluke? Usman's win over Leon from years ago, is that a fluke? He kicked the nerve and hit his nerve and the foot shut off. Exactly what he said. Exactly what he said. Nobody even asked Joe. He just wanted to explain their fight again. Yeah, he asked. He asked. I knew it. You knew what? You still got merch of O'Malley on a stretcher. That was a limited time thing. You missed out. Haha, it does kind of look like that emoji. It looks exactly like this. Dude got stretchered out of the cage after he fought Marlon Vera. Stretchered out of the cage with no serious injuries. It's like saying you beat up O'Malley when he was 10, then wins the championship and calls you out for the title. Exactly. There you go. There you go. Decisive wins, I think is what you mean. Decisive wins can't be flukes. Exactly. Dude brutalized him. Won the entire fight. How was that a fluke? Won the entire fight. Dominated him. Won it from start to finish. Absolutely dominated him. How can that be a fluke? I don't get it. Leon Edwards' win over Kamaru Usman in the knockout in the 5th round is more of a fluke than Marlon Vera over Sean O'Malley. And even Sean O'Malley starching Marlon Vera in 2023 doesn't prove any otherwise. Do people not understand that? Do people not understand that you're in the fight, you're trying to injure your opponent? Exactly. Exactly. Joey, Sean lost. Would you have used that emoji? What do you mean? I don't understand what you're saying. Just for the record, Merab would be the correct fight. He did beat Jan and Henry, just had his chance, but I'd rather watch the striking battle. You're a WWE fan then. No one can even catch O'Malley. How will Merab beat him? He'll have to just grapple him and exhaust him and then finish him with ground and pound. But I think Sean could finish him. Cheeto destroyed his leg. I know. Cheeto destroyed his leg badly. Badly. And then wrecked him on the feet and then wrecked him on the ground and absolutely destroyed him on the ground badly. Destroyed him on the ground badly. Actually, hold on. Let's take a look at something real quick. Yeah. Yeah, he absolutely got wrecked. And he got flash KO'd too. He got flash KO'd too. All right, looks like it's 50-50 on O'Malley versus Cheeto too and O'Malley versus Merab. Yeah, I mean, just it's crazy to call that a fluke though. It's crazy to call that a fluke at all. To KO someone with ground and pound and call it a fluke. So I can't believe people call that a fluke. Do you think Sean is a star now? This is the first step into becoming a star. He's kind of like a mid-tier type star power, I guess, if you want to call that. But he's not up there with Israel Adesanya or John Jones or Conor McGregor. He's like maybe like a little bit below Charles Oliveira, I would say. Maybe equal with Charles Oliveira, if I had to describe it. So, if Vera walks out the Sugar fight again with no damage on his face, real BMF, real champ shit. Dude takes no damage. Dude takes no damage at all, which is craziness. Absolute craziness. Takes no damage at all. If anything, I'd argue it was a late stoppage to piss off the haters. Goddard gave Aljo every single chance. That he did. He's a star for 16-year-old, but nowhere near McGregor or anyone like that. No integrity, no appreciation for the fans at all. He got a short window in the fight game. We'll see. We will see. The amount of people saying Munoz won is so annoying. Vera never has damage after fights because he rolls and moves his head with every punch. Yeah, I thought Vera clearly won. But we'll see. I want to see. I'm fiending for the Piotr Jan rematch. if Jan can get 1 win, 2 wins maybe, they got to book the O'Malley rematch. Why didn't Cheeto kill the same nerve in the rest of his opponents? He did multiple times. He has multiple times. You missed it. I guess you're casual. He's also KO'd multiple opponents too, like he did O'Malley. Was out cold. You think Song Yadong could beat Sean? Dude, Song Yadong will be a very interesting matchup. I would love that fight. Yes, I think he could. Would I pick him? I don't know. I saw some fans on IG saying Sean O'Malley winning is giving them Cody Garbrandt vibes. What do you think? It could be. It could be one of those scenarios where he looks incredible, looks absolutely incredible, and then falls off a cliff. It could happen. Hear me out, Yadong versus Jan. Dude, why are you trying to kill Piotr Jan? He needs a more manageable fight. I want to see the Aljo trilogy. I want to see the Aljo trilogy. Yeah, dude, he's just slurping up. Dude, I can't believe people genuinely think Marlon Vera versus Sean O'Malley was a fluke. Dude literally brutalized him. He had to be stretchered out of the cage afterwards. Had no injuries. Put him out cold so badly with elbows that he had to be stretchered out. If Jan loses to Aljo in the trilogy, that will be bad. That is true. Pretty sure Aljo's going to move up. No, he's not. He's not moving up. Is anyone going to mention this right here? Is anyone going to mention that? Can you guys not see that? I'll put that up for you. I put that up for you. If Jan, okay, read that. Fluke in the same way Brent Primus versus Chandler was a fluke. Okay. Yeah, Henry Cejudo got hit on the nerve too and still beat Demetrius Johnson. But we'll see. I just don't think the rematch is necessary right now. I don't think the rematch is necessary. Not mentioned in the background until you get... What's wrong with the curtain, dude? There's nothing wrong with the curtain, bro. There's nothing wrong with the curtain. Yeah, you not claim not to be an O'Malley hater, but you literally have a framed photo of your room. Yeah, it's an autograph. It's an autograph. You dumb shit. So, I'm not allowed to own MMA memorabilia in my room. This is my office. You act like I sleep in here and have it hung up on my wall. So, for the sake of the UFC not wanting to rematch for Aljo versus Cheeto makes sense. Ew. Aljo easily beats Cheeto probably. I don't know though. Aljo has trouble closing the distance, so I don't know. That short photo. I'm not allowed to have an autograph. How can you predict O'Malley versus Yadong? I think Yadong takes O'Malley into the deep rounds and gets KO'd. I don't know. So what's worse, Izzy versus Strickland or O'Malley versus Cheeto 2 for undeserving? O'Malley versus Cheeto 2. I think Cheeto's on a 1-fight win streak, got dominated in his last fight. When's the last time Strickland's been dominated? He got KO'd by Pereira. Yeah, I'm not allowed to own an autograph, bro. This is an autograph right here. Look. There's an autograph right there. You see that? That's Sean O'Malley's autograph right there. I got a Sean O'Malley autograph. I'm basically the president of the fan club. I'm basically the president of the fan club, bro. I'll make sure I set that up properly. I think that's good. Hopefully it doesn't fall over. I don't think it will. But we'll see. Colby is so far from a draw at this point. You have to be a Colby meat eater to think he is. Agreed. Chandler only missed that because his foot was asleep because Brett Primus kicked his nerve. Yeah, it's like saying, oh, you know what? O'Malley versus Aljo was a fluke. O'Malley versus Aljo was a fluke because if he didn't land on the chin, Aljo wouldn't have went down. Can't wait for Izzy Strickland press conference. I don't care at all. I don't care at all. So, Joe, do you think O'Malley sauced up? I don't know. He's tested positive, but I don't remember for what for. It's always possible, but I have no evidence to believe that he is currently. Outside of his teammate testing positive for something recently. No, maybe about it. Brent kicked him. Chandler's foot went to sleep. He stumbled and got finished. It's literally no different. Okay. Is Conor broke? He's probably rich man broke, or he spends too much money more than he makes. So, close your eyes and guess how many champs there are in the UFC. Why do I need to close my eyes? I can count. 25, 35, 45, 55, 70, 85, 205, and heavyweight. So there's 8 males, and it's 11. Joe, you should have got the pictures where his eyes is rolled back in the head. That is. You can see his eyes in that picture. Most overrated women's MMA fighter, probably Rose at this point. No serious injuries yet. Needed a stretcher for a foot cramp. Hey, man, exactly. I just think it's funny he got stretchered out. That's it. He didn't have any serious injuries. Hey, Joey, even though I trolled you in the beginning, you're my second favorite MMA YouTuber to watch, and you have good takes. Thank you. I don't know if you're trolling right now or not, but thank you. Appreciate it, man. Appreciate it. Second favorite. I'll take it. I would like to hear first favorite, but nobody ever tells me first favorite. A-tier told me that was his first favorite YouTuber. A-tier said that Cheeto Vera would give him a beatdown again. Would probably finish him. He said Cheeto Vera would sleep Sean O'Malley just like he did the first time. O'Malley versus Aljo was a strange fight since I dislike them both. I was hoping for a double KO. Yeah, I said that in my top 3 things I love about UFC. 292 is one of them that has to lose, which I'm looking forward to. You're my second favorite YouTuber behind. Appreciate you, my friend. Appreciate you. Wrong. 205 doesn't have a champ. Wrong. Jamal Hill has not vacated yet. So, yeah. Check video I sent in the cord almost made me tear up. Dude, I don't want to watch this. I can't listen to it right now because I'm not putting on my headphones. But I'll watch it afterwards. It does make me sad. It's basically showing Tony in his prime versus what he is now. Dude, that's really sad. That's sad. Joe, my friend who was 15 had a dude. What? Oh, talk to her mom, but she says she can't. I'm done. Jack, I'm not a therapist here, but she should definitely deal with it. That's crazy, bro. That's crazy, Jack. I was like, what the hell are you even talking about, dude? I thought you were talking about cooking for a second. I'm going to move this over here for now. I don't need to look at this anymore. Eventually, when I redo my background, it'll be somewhere there. Honestly, I believe Sean O'Malley schools Vera in the rematch. Cheeto in the first fight got a low percentage reaction, but hey, tough, so there's a slight chance. I'd pick O'Malley in a rematch, but because O'Malley's got so much better. Been a Guru fan for a while, but you're creeping. Hey, keep doing your thing. Appreciate you, man. Appreciate it. She's been liking me for a while, and dude's been convincing her to do stuff. Oh, it's Jack's girlfriend. No, it's Jack's girlfriend. It's Jack's girlfriend. Damn. Jack's girlfriend is just getting loads dropped in her. And he's coming to me. Dude, she better do something about that quick. How long ago did it happen? Because she's going to end up with a kid. At 15? Oh, that's horrible. That's tough. Jack is taking a loss on his card. 15 is insane. I know. 15 is insane. That's crazy, bro. What a message to send in a live chat. I think you need to tell her mom. I think you need to go tell her mom. You are not the father. I'm done, dude. 15-year-old just getting loads. That's crazy. That is crazy. Somebody need to call Neil Magny quick. Somebody better call Neil Magny quick because there needs to be some punishment. Watch Vera just tough it out and O'Malley and sub him in the later rounds. I think if it goes late, I could see Vera getting a finish for sure. Report it. What are you talking about? Can we talk about MMA instead? We've been talking about MMA. Dude, stop being a fucking crybaby. We've been talking about MMA this whole time. I'm just reading Jack's message. Cry me a river, dude. Jack, wrong chat. This isn't the Connor Yacht Club. Exactly. Last time a megastar slept to go to the division, face no-name Dagestani. Remember Connor versus Habib. Umar O'Malley's next. You better be young, kid. Yeah, he's like 16, dude. Calm down. Jack's like 16. Can we talk? Okay, you read that? Neil Magny versus Son rematch. Yeah. Oh, my. Dude, Jack, you need to tell someone to call the police on that guy, dude. That's not legal. That's not legal. That's crazy. That's crazy, Jack. Let's move this conversation. Message this in the Discord if you want to talk about it in the Discord. Yeah, call the cops on that one. They should let Marab smash Sugar Boy and Umar smash Scared Cheeto. I don't know if they would smash them, but I'd be interested in those matchups. Joe, I don't want to watch Korean Zombie versus Max at all. I know. I have no desire to do my predictions for the card. Magny versus Gary felt racist, man. Okay. I'll snitch, Jack. What's your school's number? Snitch, dude. That's wild, dude. I can't believe shit like that is even going on at such a young age. That's wild. Disgusting. She's from your church. What's up, Joey? Rolling up as I enjoy the stream. Dude, Jack's airing out all her personal information on here. If Rob can't can't, then Umar can. Yeah, I think Umar is the most interesting matchup. It sucks that Umar didn't fight Sandhagen because I think he would have beat Sandhagen, especially Sandhagen being injured, and then Umar would be next. I noticed you say you're duh with duh. You call the police? Is that bottom of slang? I guess so. I guess so. That's just the way I said it. I didn't even notice it myself. She needs to spend more time in church. Obviously, it's not working, bro. So if they sign Gibson, are they required to sign Hubbard as well? No. But they probably will. They probably will. Guys, like the stream right now. Everyone go like the stream. Everyone go like the stream. Jack coming for Chris Hansen's job. Let's fucking go. Yeah. That's sick, bro. You got school tomorrow. They both got signed. Oh, Hubbard did as well. Hubbard did as well. That's crazy. Do you think Holland will be a test for Jack Della Maddalena? Yes. I think Holland could win that fight. She's been trying to get with me all year. I wasn't having none of that. Thank goodness I ain't in maybe's father's picture. Oh, my goodness. Yeah, that's pretty good, Jack. That's pretty good. All right, moving on to another conversation. That's disturbing. Jack's going to handle that behind the scenes. For sure. He's going to snitch, which he needs to. First day fitting to be depressing. Dude, first day of school always sucks ass. After a long summer. It's crazy. It's already mid-August. Yeah, that's where I've been the last 45 minutes. Where? Which Ultimate Fighter 31 winner gets cut first? Hubbard. Let's keep talking about Jack's girlfriend. We're not talking about Jack's girlfriend, all right? That's not happening anymore. Let's not talk about Jack's girlfriend. That's too far. I can't believe it's almost 1. Been trying to figure out who is the father in this situation. Why is she telling you all this is the real question. Dude, I always hated the summer being over in general. The summer being over is the worst. When I said both, I meant Katona and Gibson. Well, we already knew that. We were talking about Hubbard, bro. Dude, if we don't get a damn Leon fight announcement within next week, I'm never supporting 170 ever again. Yeah, I agree. JJ, dude. Anyone else having deep issues they want to talk about with therapist, Joey? I know I need to start another channel so I can just start giving advice. so I can start giving some advice. She hasn't even told her BSF. I'm the only one who knows full thing. Damn, that makes it even worse, bro. I love the first day of school because I lived out of town and was always bored. Ooh. That makes it even more disturbing, Jack. Joey, stop, Andy. Stop it right now. Stop it right this instant, Andy. Right this instant. Joe, I feel like my mother never loved me as a and my stepfather never really accepted me as a son. What I would do is, I would never call him dad, even if there was a fire. That's what I would do if I was you, Skang Biscuit. Cheeto versus O'Malley seems super competitive. Thoughts? O'Malley probably wins, but I don't want it to happen. Vince, y'all gotta stop. How would you react to Zombie KO's Holloway in round 1? I'd be like, oh my god, can you believe this? Oh my god. That's what I'd do. Who deserves a title shot? Marab. Joe, I need help. My dad is Neil Magny and my uncle is Jeff Neal. So you got an alcoholic uncle and you got a dad that beats you. I would recommend leg kicks for the dad. And for the uncle, I would call Shavkat. Ooh, Jack, it just keeps getting worse. Are you making this shit up, Jack? It just keeps getting worse and worse. I don't know what I did with my hands. Therapist Joe, what do I do if I get slapped by a 53-year-old fight promoter in a Mexican nightclub? Call TMZ. Call TMZ. Jack said he ain't capping. Oh my god. Jack's fit to be a dad soon. So I'm gonna love this child even though if it isn't mine. Shavkat beating up an overweight Neil is still impressive. Agreed. Aljo threw the fight for the rematch. I don't know what to do. Dude, that's a shitty situation. Find a way to snitch. Are you a morning person or a night person? I'm just neither. I'm just always awake. So, if I had to say one or more than the other, I would say night, but right now it's 1 a.m., so isn't that technically morning? I was up till 7 o'clock. Jack needs to start a YouTube channel. I need updates. Does Vera have the best genetics in the UFC? Dude's indestructible. One day he's going to get destroyed, and it's going to happen eventually. So, Jack, on a real note, tell the school counselor. There you go. JJ knows. Get plan B and hope, my guy. What is the story with Magny and Garry? Why does he throw the middle finger? Because Magny was bragging about beating his 3-year-old son, and Garry didn't like it. So Garry said, you know, I'm going to beat this dude's ass, and I'm also going to talk shit to him while I do it. So, Shavkat's win over Jeff Neal's aged very well, in my opinion, by the way. I know somebody said that. So, I'm going to go pee real quick. I'll be right back. All right, I'm back. I was gone for a second, but now I'm back. Imagine if Aljo really fluked it to get a rematch. He's never getting that rematch. Did you see Brendan Allen's tweet about smacking his kids? Yes, embarrassing. Embarrassing as hell. Why was Marab on the internet trying to cope about the stoppage? Let it be, because I don't know. He should have been calling out O'Malley. That's what he should have been doing. Rip Jerry. Otherwise, I'd say Springer is right home for Jack. Is the right home for Jack? I don't even know what we're talking about now. I also beat up Neil Magny's kid. He looked at me funny. Dude, Neil Magny's son has just been training leg kicks nonstop. Training leg kicks nonstop. Why was... Okay, already read that. He looked... Okay, read that. Thoughts on Dana White's Contender Series? Just cheap talent. Half of them aren't even that good now. Used to be far better talent back in the day. Joe, I would destroy you in UFC 4. Okay, cool. Cool story. You feel like a real Billy Badass, huh? You feel like a real genuine Billy Badass, huh? Yeah. I don't care. Don't care at all. I can't believe I got to do these predictions tomorrow. Imagine how much it would hurt if you kicked Neil Magny's leg today. It would hurt bad. Do you watch Dana White's Contender Series? Sparingly. Jack needs advice. Put up a poll. No. Do you watch Dana White's Contender? I already read that. Neil Magny's son in training for Dana White's Contender Series as we speak. He's just nonstop hitting leg kicks on the heavy bag right now. Nonstop. He's like, next time my dad tries to do anything, I'm going to whoop that ass. I'm going to whoop that ass. Breaking news, Neil Magny's kid just got... Okay, stop. So I hope someone called CPS. Somebody needs to call CPS. On old Neil. Mind doing a Dana White's Contender Series stream this week? I'll think about it. I got so many videos I want to do, and I really shouldn't even done this stream. I got so many videos I want to do. And I've been... It's just not a lot of time. It's a lot of time. I got to get up. I got to get up soon. I'm not even going to... I still want to record a video after this stream. I'll probably go at least another 15 minutes on the stream. Still got to do a video after the stream. And then I got to get up in a couple hours. Ugh. It's going to be... It's always brutal. Neil Magny is making the future Pereira protege. Agreed. Agreed 100%. Can you imagine? Yeah, if you kick Neil Magny's leg, I would love to see a picture of Neil Magny's legs today. I know they gotta hurt bad. Thank God for the stream. It's 6 a.m. and I've got another hour at work. Skang Biscuit. Do you usually watch the replays too? Are you just working right now with me in your headphones? And just pulling out your phone intermittently to type? What's the holdup with Figgy Cruz? I don't know. I've been waiting for that to get announced officially for the date. Neil Magny's son has now 3 stepdads, Barboza, Gaethje, and Pereira. Okay? I don't even know exactly what that means. I don't even know exactly what that means. But guys, listen to me. After this stream, you got to go watch my top 3 takeaways. It's almost to 1,000 views, which is solid. Let's see if it's getting some decent watch time. It's got some decent watch time. Yeah, so if you haven't watched my top 3 takeaways yet, which I just released it before this video, after the stream, you better go check it out. Now, playing out loud, I work in an office by myself and it's dead quiet. I watched the fights on TV at work last night too. What do you do? What do you do? Let me know. Let me know. What do you do if you feel like answering? You can be as specific or as non-specific. What do you do for work? Put it in the chat. What do you do? Let me know. Everyone. If you want to. You don't have to. Figgy vs. Cruz is happening? Yes. Exactly. Do you think Chandler is thinking about Conor right now? I think he goes to bed thinking about Conor every single night. I'm a taxi dispatcher. That's a pretty interesting job. Hello City Taxis. How would Dylan Dennis do in the UFC who gets smoked? I'm currently a life advice coach. I work in physical therapy. I be trapping. Professor of philosophy. Really? I'm a manager of the Ian Garry fan club. Shout out to Jackson, manager of the Ian Garry fan club. Security guard. You're Connor's yacht boy. You work at Dairy Queen. Interesting. It's interesting to hear that. It's just interesting to hear that. John Guy said he's a YouTuber. Let's see if he's actually got a YouTube channel or he's full of shit. Or he's full of shit. I'm going to guess he's full of shit. That's what I'm going to guess. Let me take a look, though. Let me take a look. No, he has no videos. He's a clown. He's a clown. An absolute clown. Okay. Anybody else? Looking to move to emergency services dispatching, but it's a big pay cut. Other option is air traffic control, but I like cannabis too much for that. Oh, you got to be drug tested for that? Where are you at again? Where are you at? If you don't want to answer, just don't say it. I bet on fights, yes, it's manageable. Really? That's all you do? Domino's delivery was crazy tonight with the storm. Oh, you're Domino's delivery guy? Yeah, I guess so. With it storming out. I'm the person who stays outside the Miami Heat bathroom when Connor wants to take someone in there. Are you really? Are you really? Is that true? I'm in Inverness in Scotland, just besides Loch Ness. Damn, that's crazy. Is there, I guess there's, is Scotland super busy? I don't even know what Scotland really looks like. I just never imagined, I don't know. I never imagined it like a crazy place for taxis. Is the Loch Ness Monster real or not? That's what you need to let us know, Skang Biscuit. I'm like 5 minutes from where the monster is. Just sitting there listening to the streams. So you're just there by yourself? Are you nervous at all? That's weird. I just feel weird sitting in an office at night. I guess I am right now by myself. Yeah, but not really. It's pretty quiet up here. It's the most northerly city in the UK, so it's pretty quaint. Scotland is lovely. Let me look up Loch Ness, Scotland. Whenever I hear Loch Ness, I think of Napoleon Dynamite. I wonder if the Loch Ness Monster is real. I've seen this picture so many times. Looks like a dinosaur. Dude, Scotland looks awesome. The tale of the Loch Ness Monster. Good old Nessie. Nah, you love it? Interesting, interesting, interesting. I'm glad you do. Joe, you ever been to Europe? Maybe I live there right now. Maybe I'm living in Europe as we speak. You never know. You never know. I don't think there's any monster in the loch, but there are for sure massive eels and fish in there. How deep? How deep is Loch Ness? It's 800 feet? Is that what I'm saying? 745 feet, so basically 800 feet deep. We need to find out. We need to find out. Baltimore, Italy, yes. I think it's one of the biggest lakes in the world volume-wise. That's interesting. Catfish in Loch. I wonder, do people do a lot of fishing on Loch Ness? Loch Ness Lake, I guess is what it's called. What a way to end the stream. Now we've completely deviated from MMA. It's 1 a.m. I got to go to bed soon. I still got to record a video. And it's dark, like you put your hand a foot underwater and you can't see it. That's crazy. That is crazy. Did not know that. Did not know that at all. Leo Chav, thank you for the 199 super chat. This goes to Joey's Scotland fund. Yeah, you guys donate enough. I'll head over to Scotland and I'll visit Skang Biscuit and we'll go to Loch Ness together, and I'll do a vlog. Dude, the new belts look so bad. I love the old belts much better. I love the old belts much better. Imagine if I just popped into Scotland, Skang Biscuit. Would you meet me? Would you meet me up in Scotland at Loch Ness? Yeah, the new belts have grown on me a little bit. I don't think they're as bad as they once were, but and nothing compared to what the old belts were, in my opinion. But thank you, Leo, for the 199 super chat. I greatly appreciate your donation. Thank you for supporting the channel. Thank you for supporting the channel, man. It means a lot to me. It means the world, Leo. Thank you, Leo. You're the man, Leo. Scotland fund, here we come. You just made that up yourself, but I'll take it. For sure, I've met other people that I met online while they were visiting. I had a Malaysian dude stay with me for 2 weeks when he was in the country. That's crazy, dude. You sound like a serial killer. You sound like a serial killer, Skang. Well, I know where I'm staying if I'm going to Scotland. I'm staying at Skang Biscuit's house. That's where I'm going. Why would I pay for a hotel when I can just stay at Skang Biscuit's house in Scotland? I guess if there were serial killers there, we would have to know. Dude, these pictures of Scotland in general are just fantastic. It looks so damn beautiful. Damn, Scotland's beautiful. And Malaysians can cook, though. Dude woke me up and woke me and the missus up every day with breakfast. That's crazy, dude. That's crazy. If Joey goes to England, we see an MMA Joey and Patty Pimlet meet up for sure. For sure. But, guys, we've gone an hour and a half. Listen, I have a video out on the channel as we speak. Okay? As we speak, it's a great video. I'm telling you, not only are you going to laugh, you're going to learn as well. I just released it before the stream, so you probably haven't seen it. And there's one that you're not going to expect on there. I'm telling you right now. You be welcome. You just don't come in the winter. You have to catch in the winter, you have to catch the 6 days of summer. Is the winter really that bad? Anyway, my top 3 takeaways from UFC 292. There's one that's going to shock you on there. Here's the video. Go watch it, like it, and comment on it. Help boost it in the algorithm. It's already doing well. It's about to hit 1,000 views right now. So if you guys could all go like it, watch it, and comment on it, I would greatly, greatly, greatly appreciate it. I put the link in the chat. I will talk to you guys later. I'll have my cuts video out tomorrow. I'm going to record it right before I go to sleep. And hopefully full card predictions at some point tomorrow evening. Appreciate you guys. Good night. Goodbye. Like the stream on your way out. And I will talk to you guys later. Good night.